Yo, 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 what's up? This is WarBird, and this is the Apache Underground. Today is July 11th, and it's 9:24 here in the morning. Um, and welcome to Apache Land. Yeah. So there's a lot I got to go over, but I have everything written down what I want to go over right now. We're going to be talking about a few things today. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now, and the way the evil one works is he tries to distract you from what's important. Back in the day, there was a person who said, "I will I will promote good things," you know, and anything other than the promotion of good things is of bad vibration. So talking about it, giving it any kind of attention, it gives it breath, gives it life. However, if you take that and you move it, your energy over towards what you want to create, what you want to be done, what you want implemented, and then more of your energy, and those are good vibrations, are going towards things that you want. Okay, so it's all about making good decisions. How am I going to talk about myself today? Am I going to be, oh man, critical? Am I going to be saying I need to do this, I need to do that because of this, that, and the other? Or should you speak like, hey, I feel like I should be going on a run right now. I feel like I could feel better. I had a tough day at work yesterday and my bones are a little achy. I could feel better, instead of like, oh man, I blank, or oh man, I feel like blank, give it that positivity, like I could feel better, because it's all wordplay. And if you've taken any kind of look and heard anything on the internet and these different chat rooms and stuff like that, it's everybody's going towards how people speak, and the last two words that you speak, like I could feel better, like okay, so maybe that's what you're telling your body what you need, at that point, and your body responds and it starts working its own magic. Words have a lot more meaning than people give them credit for. So that's one thing. Another, good decision is it is smart to be in shape. You know, um, a lot of people think that you know I got one life to live. I'm going to live it how I want. Blah 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 blah. But in reality, you know, that's true. However, don't you want the best experience? Out of your life. Like we're all visitors here on this planet, and when I came here, I was like, yo, like I want to have the best experience I can. And when I was growing up and stuff like that, I fell into some wrong crowds, and um, I noticed it, and I pulled myself out of that environment, and I stuck myself into a new environment, and I had to create what I have today, whether how small or how large it is. I had to do that on my own. Nobody showed me how to do these things, so it's important for people to do their own research. That's another good decision. You know, and I'm not going to talk about any bad decisions. People know what they're doing. People feel it in their gut what they should and shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean? So it's like it's on you. And if you are one of those people who have zero regard for anything, then you're at war with us, and that's just plain and simple. And people are gonna start taking matters into their own hands, and it's going to be better for everybody. It just is what it is, you know. And I think that's a good decision. I mean, uh, at the end of the day, all these governments and municipalities, um, what they were originally intended for was for protection for the people. Now, our governments and our municipalities are starting to um, make their way into our everyday lives, and that's not something that I want or need. So I'm done. I don't need their protection anymore. I don't need anything from them anymore. And that's just kind of like where the world is headed to. And it's going to be a different world. Like you heard, there's going to be um, an intake. When it comes to like food and fuel. There has to be. You know, we got to cut the fat somewhere. You know what I mean? So it's like all these little extra trips and all these little gadgets that people want and must have and need and this and that and the other. Um, you know, at the end of the day, how much do you really need? It's ridiculous. Like the waste that goes on in this country, and everybody's doesn't really care, and nobody seems to care um, that the government is sending stuff overseas, and I'm trying not to get into that. Sending oil overseas when gas prices are high here, and just basically what I'm saying is the government, it's treasonous. It's thrown its people under the bus, and like, I feel sorry for you guys. Um, I have created Apache Underground. We're a sovereign nation. I have paperwork to prove it. Um, so get this video out there and let people know that you don't have to follow a nation that hoard itself out. You know, um, in the Book of Revelations in the Bible, it talks about the whore of Babylon. That's America is sold out. You know, sorry. They sold you guys out, and you know, I'm sitting here. I'm like, well, this is originally Apache land, so I'm going to reclaim it. I'm going to let everybody know that Apache land is in these four corners. So I put up a map on public notice. I put up a claim on public notice, and I put up another notice to pay or quit for certain inhabitants. And let's see. I'm taking the law into my own hands, and I'm doing what a lot of people should be doing. A lot of people should be standing up for themselves, standing up for their rights. A lot of people should be knowing, the legal definitions of certain words. Or start using your Google and get on, blacksdictionary.com, and then words that you don't understand, look them up, and they might have more meaning to them than what you think and what you were taught. You got to remember that this is all psychological warfare. They got you since you were a child, since you were popped out of your mom's womb. They made a contract with their mom right then and there with the birth certificate, and they captured you, right then and there. So uh, once you realize these facts, then you start looking at things just a little bit different, and like, well, how do I get out from under somebody else's control? You got to start, being a free person. You got to start thinking for yourself. You got to start living for yourself. You know what I mean? You gotta really understand who's your allies and who's your foe. And then once you start understanding these things, and you can start saying, okay, so how are they hurting me? And then when you start understanding how they are they hurting you? And you know how far can they take it? And then once you understand how far they can take it, then you start seeing the stuff on the news, and you're like, okay, well, I mean, I guess now's the time. Now's the time. So, I like to come prepared with, my things. So I'm not fumbling around like some idiot president. Okay? And yeah, this is nerve-wracking. I don't do this stuff very often. I'm not a politician, but I see a need for change. I see a need for something to be done. So my name is WarBird Castro. Okay, y'all can also call me Eric Ray Castro. All right, Apaches as a people are hunter-gatherers, a people of the land, a people free in nature. I am Native American. This is my land. I am free to come and go as I please. This was my people's land long before your laws and your paper rules came to our shores, and will be here long after the collapse of your government. I have spent time among your people and have learned your ways and customs, laws and courts and systems. I have followed and filed the proper paperwork to receive remedy for damages, services, and time. I follow the one most basic law of the Constitution, and that is the freedom of speech. Why? Why, you ask? Well, I didn't think of it before. But let me just wait until our children are gunned down in schools. Let me just wait until they take away our rights. Let me just wait until they take away our weapons used for defense and for ourselves and for the land. Let me just wait until after our women and children are captured and sold into slavery. Let me just wait until they separate the children from their parents and say they belong to the state. Let me wait until after the state has taxed you out of your home. People, this has already happened. I'm not a savior riding on a white horse. I'm not one who comes to tell you, any of that. No. I'm the one who came to tell you that I have taken control of my kingdom as a sovereign here on earth. I am not God, although I love and I serve God, God the Creator. God is an eternal being beyond comprehension, who is the beginning and the end, and the creator of all things, including the beings who made your fathers. I am here to create sovereign beings who follow God. I have come to prosecute the rulers of this time and return the power to the people. I am going to put the people back on the gold standard. I am going to upgrade the education system. I am going to eliminate chemical drug trade. I am going to end human trafficking. I am going to protect your rights to travel worldwide. I am going to make all corporation information public information. As a sovereign, I am within my rights to prosecute public officials, as well as issuing warrants, act as judge over court proceedings, and order sentencing. For the knowledge of the people, we are a peaceful nation with all until written and posted otherwise. People, for generations we have been lied to. It is time for fiction to meet fact. Facts is that everything you know prior to your first memory is complete fiction. If I haven't seen it for myself, then it didn't really happen the way I was told. And that goes for you and the next person, and that is okay. It is time to recognize that now is the time to come together. Now is the time for people to write a new story for our land. Now is the time to stand up for what is good. Now is the time for good men to act. Now is the time to exercise every God-given right that you have and dismiss the current parties in stewardship. Sex is for a man and a woman only. Before your time here on earth, your soul's mapped out what will happen during your life. When a man and a woman make a baby, that soul is deposited into that baby at conception. Your role as a mother is to love that child unconditionally, and the father shall protect it by building a kingdom for his child. Your soul created a contract with the people who are in your life and family. If you break those contracts with one another here on earth, you are liable for them on earth. Fact is, you only know what you have seen with your own two eyes. These laws are written to be obeyed absolute. Laws are set as line between good and its contrast. It is good when laws are obeyed. Unlawful acts are punishable, not limited to death. Everyone is to enforce the law. People's crimes of yesterday are forgiven, and crimes of today and henceforth there shall be no mercy. Yesterday there was war. Today, henceforth, there shall be peace. Freedom is to live by the law. Yesterday there was debt. Today and henceforth there shall be credit. People, we will make friends with our neighbors and begin new trade agreements. We will amend the currency system to ensure it will be stable until we move to the gold standard. We will teach children from a young age multiple languages, law, grammar, math, and self-defense and agricultural techniques will be of the utmost importance. Our shared world is precious, and its